Merle. Just going to show. Oh, what's it, Jim? All right. I'm Merle. I'm ready. We'll start at 11. So, it's your 1-minute warning, everybody. We'll be starting our Creative Companions in 1 minute at 11. I don't own the rights to this music. It's Eyes of Music. Whatever. It's telling me 2 little things and stuff. I don't know. Oh, 6 people here already. Awesome. I'm glad you're here. Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome. Welcome to Creative Companions. I'm glad you're showing up. Bring all the colors today. Whoa, I'm going to spill my markers. When you get here, take time. Start right away. Take some deep breaths. It's going to be a fun hour. We're bringing all the colors of markers or colored pencils or paint. Let me know if the sound's okay. My computers tell me action needed. Good morning, everybody. Okay, it seems to all be working. How do I... One more thing I'm going to do. All right, here we go. All right, everything's good. So gather your things so that you'll be able to be comfortable here with me for about an hour. We'll need a plain piece of paper. I have a plain piece of paper and a cardboard to rest it on. Or you could use a cardboard to make your art on today, whatever you have available. Get you something to drink, water, hydrate. I got my water in my yellow cup. It's all significant, you know. It took me quite a while always to get ready for Creative Companions. Make sure I have the right stuff for y'all to view with me, you know, like, and all the things that I need. And as my self-care. And so I'm just going to do like the normal self-care stuff and basics of the artist way that we talk about every week. And that's the basis for Creative Companions and for my like daily self-care routine. So I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you today that's that I haven't shared before. So anyway, take some deep breaths with me now. And I'm glad you're here. I'm keep clicking this thing on my computer. So it's 11:01 now. So 11 is significant to me. It's 2 autonomous ones, individuals, walking parallel, complete equal, side by side. So 11 is the perfect number. I'm 1111. K is the 11th letter in the alphabet, and my initials are KK. So yeah, so 11 is also like when I see 1111 or ones aligned, like, you know, 111 or just 11 on a license plate or anything, it's just always like, not always, but for a long time been just a signal to me to check into the now and to, yeah, feel like I'm alive again and be present. So it's present moment awareness, you know, the ones like zing, like nail you to the spot. Here I am now, being me. Like yeah, we were talking about that, like with that was, you know, you look kind of crazy sometimes just dealing with yourself, and that's what we do in Creative Companions is like face the mirror, deal with ourselves. One way to stay in the present moment is, I was just doing that, is just to look around at your present and name the things. Oh, we need to stop that ad and stop that. So that was Eyes of Music I was playing. That's a new song I found. Turn Your Magic On. Well, it's called Adventure. Let me turn this other noisy thing off. Take some deep breaths, y'all. Gather your things. I'm glad you're here. So we meditate to come to the present moment, to be here now with ourselves, to be here in our bodies, to relax, to recognize the voice in our head and what it's saying, and be aware, and ultimately silence it for a little while and just sit with the breath. So that's what we're going to do. Next is meditation. So wherever you are, get comfortable in your seat. You can lie down if you want to. Now, if you lie down, you might fall asleep. And I'd like you to be here for the whole hour. So maybe a more active posture would be good. I'm going to sit up nice and straight with my feet flat on the floor. I'm in my favorite chair. See, it's like orange rust color. I love it. Bonnie gave me it. My favorite sweater. My dad gave it to me. I have a yellow cup of water, which I'm going to sit down because I'm going to set my water down so I can get all these things off my lap. Unencumber yourself, you know, if you have things and stuff that's going to distract you right there, right now, like put them down. When I used to smoke cigarettes, if I was going to meditate, I'd get the cigarettes out of my pocket. Whatever you need to do. I'm going to turn the volume down on my phone so if it does anything, we won't hear it. And take a deep breath in through the nose. I'm going to take my glasses off, flip my hair, you know, settle in. If you've meditated with me before, you know, do it however feels right for you. You can close your eyes or you can keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open. They say, like, focus on something like in front of you, like something beautiful or something blank, I reckon. And we're just going to breathe in and out. So during meditation, and you can go ahead and just focus on your breath. Let me demonstrate that a minute and then I'll talk. Close your eyes or leave them open. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Hold that for a second. And blow it out. At least for the first 3. You can blow it out joyfully, like you're blowing out birthday candles. So that helps to let it go, let it go, let it go. And just keep breathing. Still, be still and breathe. A common complaint during meditation is that the mind chatters. We learn to acknowledge and recognize what the mind says, and then ask it to shush. And going back to the breath and focusing on the breath in between thoughts, seeing the thoughts float away in a cloud, or blowing them out. Something that worked for me in the beginning was to give my mind something to do while I meditated and focused on the breath. I would count backwards from 100, like this, 100. Inhale, exhale, 99, 98, like that, quietly to myself in the background. Perhaps you want to do that now. There's nothing you have to do except breathe in and breathe out. Just breathe in and breathe out. Remembering that the sounds that you hear around you just help bring you into the present moment and relax you more. We're not trying to escape the present moment by meditating. We're trying to be more, we are becoming more fully submerged in the present and in ourselves. Ourselves. I like that. Just keep breathing. Perhaps you notice an emotion or irritation start to arise, or anxiety, or anything. Just that's a feeling. Just let that go out through your feet. And breathe. We're just breathing. We can have our eyes opened or closed and just keep breathing. During meditation, if your legs go to sleep, please move them, because then your focus will become the discomfort. So be comfortable in your body, breathing in and out. If your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them now. But just stay in that relaxed, calm state. See what's right in front of you. They say looking upon something cute raises your vibration. So smile and make yourself as cute as you could be. We're going to do these as Zoom meetings sometime, so when you're looking at me, I could be looking at you too. So I'm going to learn Zoom. I've attended a few Zooms, but I've never hosted one. So anyway, that's future talk. Breathing right here, right now. Feeling good. Welcome to now. Welcome again to Creative Companions, where we're all believing mirrors for one another. I'm Kim. I'm your misguided painting workshop hostess. Today, we're not necessarily going to paint. I'm going to use markers. If you follow us on Creative Companions, you may know that we use The Artist Way by Julia Cameron as our guide. If you don't have a copy of that, I would recommend it. We're going to do that again at some time. Usually I do it at the beginning of the year and go through all 12 weeks. But you can watch them on YouTube, Art by Kim Keffer on YouTube channel. There's the Artist Way playlist, and you can do all 12 weeks. And I know that some of you are utilizing that right now, which thrills me to death. And we use those basic tools from the Artist Way in our practice with Creative Companions, which are morning pages, which is 3 pages of brain drain in your journal. We're going to talk about that a little more in a minute. An artist date, which is taking yourself out and doing something fun just for you all by yourself because you love you. This kind of counts as an artist date, I think. We're coming together with the specific purpose to nurture our artist on the regular. I am making a commitment to my artist self to show up for y'all. And for me, 11, does that say 11:11 now? Oh, 11:12. It was 11:11 a minute ago. So yeah, so artist date, doing that, reading this book, and then I'm going to read the basic principles of the Artist Way while we art. So I'm going to get you started on arting first. Take a deep breath. I'm going to ask you to just grab your favorite color first. So we have all the colors here. I have markers. You might have colored pencils. It's fun to use a tool different than what you're used to. So markers have been my thing for the last couple weeks. I had been doing pencils every day. If you watch the feed on Creative Companions, you know I post my morning sketch meditation or marker meditation. So I'm doing that with you today in a little different way, though. It always, where to start is, well, at the beginning. Well, where is the beginning? Well, it's now, because we're always at the beginning. Like whatever that was ended. Like now we're here. So grab your favorite color right now. I'm going to go with purple. This nice pale purple, which is different for me. Let me make sure it writes. It does. Good enough. Okay. Just take some deep breaths. Put your paper there in front of you. You have your favorite color. As you breathe, without looking, just move your hand, because the Artist Way asks us when we journal to just keep our hand moving on the page. So if we don't know what to write, and I'm just letting my hand move around while I talk, and I'm not thinking about that. That's the other point, is turning off the thinking brain that's going to tell you you're doing it wrong, because there is no I'm making this up as I go. So I'm done. Stop. All right. So now, take some deep breaths and just look at what you've made. Let's make a commitment to use all the colors in our palette that we've brought with us. So I have a lot of markers here I get to use. So just randomly pick another color. The goal is to just keep the hand moving on the page while being aware of your breath and the calmness of your body and being here now. And then also, while practicing the art of listening, as I'm going to read to you the basic principles of the artist way. And kind of like, yeah, these are our guides. So, what are you supposed to do with this other color? Whatever you want. You're a grown person. I'm a grown person. We can do whatever we want from this point on. So do whatever you want on that page. Maybe you write words. Maybe you make... I don't want to even give you any ideas. Do what you do. Just do what you do. Just keep your hand moving on the page while I talk. And I'll do the same. So, like, while I read these to you, I'm going to just keep my hand moving whether I'm looking at it or not. So, the basic principles of the artist way. Number 1. Creativity is the natural order of life. Life is energy. Pure creative energy. Number 2. We don't have to think about these. I'm just reading them and you're just listening and doing whatever you do there. Keep your hand moving and remember to breathe. Number 2. There is an underlying, indwelling, creative force infused in all of life, including ourselves. Ourselves. Get that? Ourselves, C-E-L-L-S, and ourselves, S-E-L-V-E-S. Same. I'm going to read number 2 again. No, I'm not. Go on. It says move forward. That's the other thing. Listening to our intuition as we're creating our art, practicing our practice, moving our hand across the page. Your intuitive voice says, make circles with that color or switch colors now. Do whatever that intuitive voice tells you to do. That's uniquely you. Okay? All right, that was just me talking. Back to the basic principles. Number 3. When we open ourselves to our creativity, we open ourselves to the creative energy within us and our lives. Number 4. Remember to breathe. Just move your hand and make some beautiful marks. Switch colors when you want to. Keep breathing. Also, during this, if you become uncomfortable and you need to change positions, why, of course. You're at home, in your own body. Do whatever you want. That's the point. How often do you do whatever you want? At least you could sit down and meditate and color and make something beautiful if you want. Switch colors if you want. We're on number 5. Creativity is our nature. Every single one of us. Creativity is our nature. Nurture nature. Oh, number 6. The refusal to be creative is self-will and is counter to our true nature. So not allowing yourself the time to do the thing, to create the thing, is counter to your true nature and creates quite the frustration in the being of you doing what you do. Number 7. When we open ourselves to exploring our creativity, we open ourselves to creative energy, to flow. And when you're in flow, you're not focused of your breath, but you are breathing in a way that feels good. When you're doing that art that you love to do and giving yourself and your artist the time and space. All right, that's me rambling. That was number 7. Number 8. As we open our channel to creative flow, many gentle but powerful changes are to be expected. Number 9. I'm going to use green now. Green is for healing. Keep your hand moving and just keep breathing. Relax. Oh, we don't have to be nervous ever. We just came here to have fun. Number 9. It is safe to open ourselves up to greater and greater creativity. It is safe. It is safe. It is safe. Number 10. Our creative dreams and yearnings come from our hearts, come from a divine source. And as we move toward our dreams, we move toward ourselves, our true selves. So those are the basic principles, my interpretation. I've rewritten them there a little and just read them to you in the way that I have reinterpreted what Julia Cameron wrote. It's very close. I just changed a few words here and there. Keep your hand moving. Make something beautiful. You know what's going to happen today? Something spectacular. Wait for it. Watch for it. Just know it's going to happen. Let me know when it does, okay? Report back. Also, on that note, when you sit with me for this hour, it means so much to me. And there's so many reasons why I continue to do this. And it's for me and you. And when you share your art and comment, I really, really, really appreciate it. I just recently reminded everyone that this Creative Companions was created as a safe space for us all to share our art and our process. It is safe now. So I appreciate you all for sharing works in progress this past week and showing me what you've been up to. I love seeing that. I'm going to show you some things I've been up to too. So just keeping your hand moving. This is could be morning pages. Morning pages, the 3 pages in the morning, can be whatever you want them to be. Just sitting down while you have your coffee. You say, I got to rush off to work, or I got to get the kids. I know. But finding that time and space for yourself, I get up really early and have for years and years as a mom, as a granny. If I can get up and do the journaling, do the 3 pages before anyone wakes, it's a signal to me that I'm important. My artist self is important. And man, the stuff I've created, and so people have asked me, all right, so morning pages, what do I have to write? You don't have to do anything. You can do whatever you want. Just keep the hand moving. You're you, I'm me. I love you too. I see you there. Okay, so I thought I'd give you some examples of my morning pages, and I thought, well, today's the 11th, and maybe I'd find one from 12/11. So this is like the higher self, higher consciousness journal with a nice fancy paper. So I grabbed it first and I read this one. And after I did, I realized that's not 12/11, that's 2/11. Anyway, I'm still going to read it to you. You just keep breathing and moving your hand across the page there and making the beautiful thing that you're creating with the scribble that we started with. We just started, and I'll show mine now. We just started with a scribble and just let our hand move across the page. And now we're just using all the colors to do whatever we do. Whatever we do, uniquely you. And the only way you can create what is uniquely you is to show up to do it. to give yourself the time and space, you know, to love and respect your artist enough to just show up, to do the thing, to practice the art. Anyway, so I'm going to read you a journal entry. This is from 2/11/09, 2009, Wednesday. My favorite day. Wednesday has always been my favorite day. And today's even more special because it's the 11th. All is well. I've been up since about 7:11. It's likely that it's 10:11 now. I'm unaware of the time. I've fallen down the steps twice, skinned the skin from ankle to knee on the right leg, skinned the ankle bone on the left leg. There was mud. My ass went in the mud. My coffee cup flew upward, and I dropped Jody. I was talking to her on the phone during the first fall. And come to think of it, also during the second fall, which was really a slip, I avoided the fall, but I bent my little toe backwards. In the not so graceful process of trying to catch myself. Yeah, I bent my little toe backwards. Jody and I were both trying to catch hold of ourselves this morning. Don't panic. Every little thing is all right. I've also cleaned up a stinky pile of puppy poop. I've scrubbed muddy footprints off the floor. I posted a new blog, checked my email, and took the dogs for a walk. Blessed be. Sweaty me. So, just notice this. Okay, that's where I was. Okay, see how the handwriting looks? And how I'm writing there? And then I turn the page, and the handwriting's now print. Now it's not cursive anymore. I'm printing on the very next page. And it turned into a poem called Sweaty Me. I'm going to read that to you now. Alright, are you ready for this? Where's my... I look dark. Oh, there we go. Okay, so, Sweaty Me. Sweaty Me sits in her chair. She doesn't wear any underwear. A gentle breeze blows through her hair. Take a deep breath, y'all. Keep coloring. Sweaty Me doesn't wear a bra. She has soggy boobs just like her ma. Sweaty Me picks her nose. Her armpits stink, and she's got gunk in her toes. Sweaty Me doesn't care about the time, about the who, the what, the where. She's unaware. Sweaty Me just sits in her chair, taking a moment to stop and stare. Everything is everything. Everywhere is everywhere. And whoever you are, and wherever you are, be there. By Kim, 2/11 at 10:11 a.m. And that was the time on the clock when I was done. It is to myself that I am committed. And on I go, writing positive affirmations here at the end. I guess I'll read these too. It is to the good that I am committed. Thus it is to myself and the good within that I am committed. I am committed to the truth, telling no lies and harming none, and I will love everyone, including you, including me, including her and him and they, including all. It is to love that I am committed. Unconditional, non-judgmental, non-condemning. Take a deep breath. Let's see everything through the eyes of love now and change our perspective. We could change the whole world. Acceptance, perspective, attitude. Accept everything. Accept that it is. Just radical acceptance of what it is, man. It is what it is. If you don't like what you're seeing, turn your head and look at it from a different angle. Take a deep breath. Feel your feet. Change color pens. Put on rose-colored glasses. Put on your smile and your big girl panties or big boy panties and move forward. Keep breathing, keeping your hand moving. I need to keep my hand moving. That made me a little nervous. So I understand it. Oh, thanks. I know, it's a funny poem, isn't it? Like, Sweaty Me sits in her chair. She's not wearing any underwear. I always remember that part. It's just funny. It makes us nervous a little bit to share our art, our expressions, ourselves. Like, my little heart's beating. I have a new song I've been listening to, My Heart Beats Slow, I think it's called. Anyway, I pulled out another journal to show you some more of my process. December 11th, 12/11. I've been this age. I had a birthday on December 1st. It's been 10 days ago since my birthday. See all those ones lining up? Everything is so good today. It's always the best day ever. Why? Because now is the only time that's real. Now is the only time we have. Everything else is a fantasy we're making up, thinking about. Thinking about the future. Well, that's fantasizing, and that's fun to do. You know, and I say if you're doing that, make it a good one. Don't scare yourself. Don't tell yourself the worst case scenarios. Tell your what if it all went really spectacular. No, learning to talk to ourselves in a way that makes us comfortable, not frightened. Isn't that it? I've been scaring myself for years. And thinks. So it's better to me, it's become, essential for me to silence that chatter. The brain weasels. Just simply making the spiral pattern over and over, making heart shapes over and over, just following the lines that you subconsciously made at the beginning of this practice that we're doing right now. And just breathing and just like watching the color appear on the page as your hand just keeps moving. It's magic. It's magic. And the marks that you're choosing to make right now are only you could choose them. Wow. Far out. So, my personal process a little bit, dealing with grief and loss and, yeah. 2022, my family lost two dear pets, Pagan and Willow. Pagan was our dog, he was 16, and Willow was our cat, he was 17. And we also lost my dad, and he was 75. This is another journal that I have, that I happen to have all ready to write in when my dad passed away. And one of our creative companions, Becca, made this journal, and we traded for it. And she wrote in it, Kim, yes, beautiful timing, deep heart friend, family, sister, autonomy, bravery, silence, stillness, all the love, Becca. And a heart. This is really nice. She wrote in purple. Oh, I appreciate it so much. This is my dad. Yeah. So when my dad passed away, I had this journal ready. So I used the first page, and I just wanted to show you. And people have said, I love seeing your sketches every day. Could you go through one of your journals? So I thought I would do that now for a second and talk about each one real quick. You can keep coloring or you can watch the screen. This one just says, Becca's words again, autonomy, bravery, silence, stillness, all the love. And as a little me there, there's a veil over my face. You see, I'm crying. And then my heart, in my heart there it says Dad. So that was done on 5/18/2022. Then here's the next one. It says content. This is just me connecting with the earth and the sun. Breathing silently, my face towards the sun. Radical acceptance of what is. Keep breathing. Dear heart, we are on time, love now. It says, dear heart. My dad was a deer hunter. A deer showed up in the backyard the day my dad died, and here in the city, and came every day for like 4 days, several times a day, and I stared at it and said, "Don't be mad, don't be mad. Grief makes you mad." Sad and mad. Yeah. Anyway, isn't that cute little deer? Little deer heart. Yeah, I like it. That was fun to sketch. I took a photograph. That is from a photograph. I took a photograph of the deer in the backyard, and then I sketched it from that photo. So that's the deer who was in the backyard. So cute. The sketches are all very different, you know, same thing. I sat down, I breathe in the space where I am. Look at that. I went to the woods. That's Sage Valley. It says Sage Valley, see? 521. That's where I go for healing. See, there's tents, and there's trees, and there was tribe family there. Oh, there's the moon up there shining. Or maybe that's the sun. See the infinity symbol? So Sage Valley is a place I love to go. They're doing great things. They're being the change. Check them out. Next day. It says new now, now here, nowhere. I'm a mermaid this day. It's new now. We're always new now. Now here. We might be lost, but it doesn't matter. Now here and nowhere are the same place. So, yeah, I'm just sitting with it, standing with it, being myself, in the mermaid tail. Let's see what's next. I like drawing eyeballs. So, there's an eyeball for you. It says alive, alert, aware, now, here, nowhere.
Hello.
Love now. I'm doing live feed, hi.
Oh.
I got about 20 more minutes.
Alright.
Did you need me?
Yeah.
It's the people downstairs. They have a baby. They probably want me to watch it, and I would be happy to when I'm done. Anyway, here's the next one. Again, just, I don't have to say anything, do I? Yeah. This one says, okay, so explanation a little of what we all have different symbols maybe that we use that mean something to us, and others might not know what they mean. So this one does have some symbols there. Now, peace and love, I think you know. It says just breathe now. But this part, the 3 dots, and I do it over and over, the 3 dots, and then the teardrop shape, and that 3 looking thingy, and then the triangle and the 3 dots, that's breathe in Sanskrit. So I was learning how to write that. So I write that over and over, which is a really nice meditation in and of itself. Just sitting there breathing and learning a different language, learning how to write in a different language. Writing with your opposite hand can be a good meditation to help trigger the creative brain with something new. We get stuck in doing all the things we should do and in doing the same routine. We need to do things to break us out of it, to break the loop. So right now we're doing one. Good for you. Like, keep your hand moving and make all the colors on your page. I can't wait to see what you're creating. I've slowed down here a minute on my creation because I'm showing you. And I don't know, do I need to show you every page? There's a lot of pages here. Let me just flip. So you hopefully get the idea that your journaling, your morning pages is uniquely you. There is no right or wrong way to do it. And why do we do it then? And why do we do this project we're doing now? To know the self, to relax into being you. It's self-care. You know, I have learned through 29 now years of journaling, 3 pages of brain drain in the morning for 29 years. It does a lot of things for you. So many things. It's like your dream book. Like I go back and look at it and go, whoa, I'm real. I'm real. Like the Velveteen Rabbit. I'm a real bunny, and those things really happened. And I felt some things about them. And I'm okay. Either way. You know? Good things happen, bad things happen. Nothing is good or bad, only thinking makes it so. So I've realized lately, sometimes, not sometimes, it's the thoughts we think about the things that trip us up. Here's some love now. These are me and my fellow. To infinity and beyond. It's like a spiral infinity symbol. The hearts are nice and open, no broken hearts here. We are stardust. See all those stars? So often when I put stars, it's one of us, is what I'm thinking. You know? You know, and this one, like, I don't know, do you see that as a negative sketch? I don't. So, it's a broken heart in a box, perhaps a cage, or maybe that's a clear glass box, and the heart is allowing light to come through, see? Which breaks into a million little pieces and lots of other little hearts. That's what's going on there. Yeah. Keep breathing. Keep moving your hand across the page. Let's see. You know, and then sometimes it's just like really organic. And just pretty. Just make something pretty. And I just sit with these until I feel like satisfied. And, or I get called away. You know. I let these just be short, but I don't time them. You know, in this one I was just, what the fuck is going on? I feel so isolated and alone. I know. So, that's the other thing. Creating through your shadows. People say, oh, I'm not creating because I'm so sad right now. I'm so depressed. Well, look what you might do. Like, I was very sad. Look at that. It's so cute. Little baby self sitting on a pillow, crying, while the moon sun is shining. You see? It's adorable. Radical acceptance is what I see there. Just accepting what is and, like, breathing through it. It's so cute. So this little book was created through my darkness, you know. Oh, zippity-doo-dah-day. I was feeling myself this day. Look at that. Dragonflies. See the dragonflies? Eternal transformation. That's what dragonflies are saying. You can change. You can find the good. You can be happy in spite of. In spite of. Happiness is within. There it is. See, busting out her heart there. Look at that heart light. Busting. Is good. We're almost there. Oh, this is a fun thing to do, and I think we did this a couple weeks ago together, is to write in a spiral pattern. What that'll cause you to slow down and pay attention to what you're doing and pay attention to every move you make. They are significant and they don't matter. Start here now. Stay present. Your presence matters. I'm just reading some of the things on here. Stay with you now. Present moment. Breathe now. Here now. Easy now. Present presence now. Peaceful, easy feeling. Peaceful, easy feeling. That's how I remind myself. That's what we're looking for. That peaceful, easy feeling. No hurry, no worry. Life is good and happening, regardless if I'm happy or not. So I might as well be happy and radically accept whatever's going on. I'm going to flip to the last page in this journal. So it again has breathe written down the center here in Sanskrit. And then it has that little same character that I showed you a minute ago was crying. Is now sitting in the heart space. The smartest little kid in the world. Very content. You see? And it's all clear and, you know. Now, I don't have a lot of conscious thoughts about these when I make them. You know? But they are little healing practices indeed. I'll show you the very last page in the journal. This again was by Becca. She puts a nice little piece of lace in there. Isn't that nice? A little piece of lace. So she made this book, a little piece of lace at the beginning and a little piece of lace at the end in this lovely green book. So thanks, Becca. Thanks all you all for being here today. Thanks to my dad for encouraging my artists and helping me go to college and everything he did. So, speaking of my dad and being vulnerable while we're on the subject, we talk a lot about, in Creative Companions, we use cardboard to do our art on because we don't want to activate that part of us that wants to do everything right, the perfectionist. So, in other words, we don't want to put the bar too high. We want to keep the bar low so we can just play and we don't get all wrapped up in ourselves and nervous. Well, I have been live painting and painting portraits for many years now, and I'm fast and I've gotten quite good at it. Well, yesterday and the day before, I put the bar way too high and decided to paint a portrait of my dad, and it became hard. I'm just sharing my process with you. So this is my dad. This is a photograph that I took in college in 1984. My dad was 39 in this picture. I got a B plus on this. It's a little dark. The print's a little dark, so that's probably why I got a B plus, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so I decided I wanted to honor my dad and paint him from this photograph. And maybe I'll share in the comments later how that went. Because I really had to work on silencing the censor and just allowing myself to do the thing. And I ended up completely painting over the first try, and that is not in my practice usually. And I'm going to show you where I'm at. This is not done. I'm not going to judge it harshly yet. So, but this is, can you see both of them good? I'm trying to peek over and show you both. I think you can. Anyway. So, it's all in your head. It's all in my head. Like, I made it hard because I want to do so good. I want my dad to be proud of me, don't I? I want him to like it, you know? So, yeah, I set the bar a little high, if you understand what I'm saying there, instead of just allowing me to flow. It's okay, though. It's good that it's taking me longer. I get to spend more time with my dad, right? So take some deep breaths with me. Today's the 11th. All is well. All is well. We are here now. We are using all the colors in our bag. You know, and that's another thing, like people say, well, I have ADD or ADHD or some kind of initials. I can't sit still very long. Right. So keep your hand moving while you sit still. Focus on the breath. Listen to something pleasing to you. You know, being aware of all the senses. That's one way we come into the now. What are we seeing? What are we hearing? What are we feeling? What's the air temperature in the room? Or what are we feeling? Are we having an emotion? Should we use a different color because of that emotion? There are no shoulds, but if you feel like, yes, my intuition said get the purple again, then get the purple again. You know, and it's this dance of life. We don't know where we're going to. We might have some ideas, dreams, goals, just like with this art that we're working on. We don't know where it's going to. We didn't know where we started it. I just asked you to scribble and go from there. You know, because sometimes we got a mess. We got to start from there. There's a mess around us. We've made a mess of things. We've avoided, ignored, whatever, or whatever. We haven't done anything wrong, but we realize well, I'm going to clean up the clutter before I start. That often helps my creative brain, is if I clean up the clutter. Oh, thanks, Mercedes. I really appreciate that. I do. She said my portrait of my dad is awesome. Jaw-dropping. Yeah. It's important to me. You know, and do those things that are important to you, those things that your heart really wants to do. I looked at that little canvas and thought about that for days before I started. And it's funny how we'll do all the other things, all the things, the responsibilities, the things we think we're supposed to do, before we allow ourselves to do that thing that our heart really wants to do. And I'm hopefully helping you to learn to do that thing first. It's like eating dessert first. Just do that. You only live this one life one time. So do the thing you love to do as often as possible. You know, and try new things. That's what we're doing here, is trying new things. Trying an art project with starting with scribbles. Because sometimes we get in the habit of starting the same way every time. We do the same beat, or we do the same circle. For a while I was doing like a circle with like curtains opening, and if you look at my last like couple paintings, you'll see like about 3 or 4 in the row where the composition was very similar. Now, I didn't even realize that I was doing that until I saw them all 3 together. That's interesting to me too. You know, the creative process is very interesting. Now, this is like a doodle kind of art, I guess, that we're doing now. Or at least mine is. Yours might be something totally different. But I want to talk for a minute about taking that wide angle view and just pausing for a second, putting the pencil, the pen, the marker, the paintbrush down, and taking some deep breaths, stepping back from your work of art, maybe holding it further away from you, or even just like totally looking away for a few minutes and just relaxing. Take a drink of your coffee or your water, whatever. I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. This helps us take a non-judgmental stance. You know, sometimes we get into our heads, like I was doing with the painting of my dad. I'd have to go away from it. Vern would encourage me, just go away from it for a while. If you start to feel frustration, you know, and the self-talk, instead of being your intuition telling you what creative move to make next, and instead it's become like, you're not doing so great, and giving you a hard time, go get a snack or go for a walk. Put it down. Don't look at it for a while. Don't try. Yeah, and then you can come back to it fresh, with fresh eyes. So now with the one where we've been playing on here on this piece of paper, this is all I got. It's safe now. It looks like a chicken starting to form there, which is great. I'm going to have chicken someday. So that's what mine is so far. It's also fun to take pictures of your works in progress, to look back on from whence you came, I reckon. It's kind of, yeah, kind of what we can do. And all those morning pages, back to that, practice again. Julia Cameron asks us to write those morning pages and then set them aside and get on with the day. Don't read them. And like, so I read some to you now, but I don't read them right away. I just get on with my day. And now occasionally I've been reading them here and there, and finding out, like I have said many times, like you'll find oh, there's a poem. I didn't even remember I wrote a poem. Well, that poem could turn into a song. Who knows? Or maybe you wrote something really profound that you just need to share on social media because you didn't have social media when you wrote it. Which is the case with me. Most of those journals, I'm talking fast, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, I'm amazing. Take a deep breath. Relax. I'm about to close here for today. I just went ahead and turned that thing into a chicken that looked like a chicken to me. Gave it a head there. See it? You see my chicken? Let your chickens out. Be as weird as you are. Howl at the moon when you see it. This is just great advice from me. Feeling quite warm. So yeah, take some deep breaths. We'll meet again next week. I believe in you. Good things are coming. Yeah, I'm going to write that down. Oh, your baby's crying. The baby needs to granny. So I love you guys. Thanks for showing up today. I'll post my art in the comments, and some of my progress shots from that painting so you can see my process a little bit. Practice self-love as often as possible this week. Drink lots of water. And I will see you. Thanks for sharing. Peace out. Oh, there is a YouTube channel you can watch the videos on. I have Art by Kim Keffer. Everything's Art by Kim Keffer if you want to know more about me and what I do. There's a website, all of it. I love you too. I love you all so much. Thanks for playing along. Thanks for playing with yourself with me and show me the results. All right. Peace. I've said enough.